Hey guys, it's me, EODGamer here. So I actually auto-battled all the way to 10 for the first time. I'll leave the clip towards the end for any of you who want to see the exact combat clip itself. But I want to share with you the resource level that I used and is required in order to fully auto-battle currently in Memory of Chaos 10 as of version 1.2, first half as of time recording. Now, first thing to note, a huge disclaimer is I am not free to play. I make a lot of videos on the channel. I spend a lot of money already. All of my characters are level 71 and above. I have almost every single character in the game as well. So this is not trying to tell you, oh, it's free to play friendly, it's easy and stuff like that. I'm a whale, and that is something to take into account. But the caveat here is, even though I'm a whale, I think a lot of us will eventually reach a certain game state that we might be able to push through with our characters into the deeper part of Memory of Chaos, fully auto battle. So it becomes very, very convenient just to get the daily resources as well. And as you can see here, my characters don't have very good stats. My main DPSers like Zealer has atrocious crit damage. Even my Blade here, whose crit damage is decent, has atrocious crit rate. So I think a lot of you might, even free-to-play players, might have even better stats than I do. And that is what this video is really for. I want to just share with you my current game state of my account and how it works as well. I'll also share with you like the two teams that I'm using on a consistent basis in the Memory of Chaos. So the first team that I'm using in the first half for Memory of Chaos 10 is a Zealer team. I mainly play Zealer with Bronya. This is my main hyper carry comp of Zealer Bronya. And the two supports are free-to-play units, which is Fire MC as well as Natasha right here. So I'll just go through real quick like their investment level as well as the stuff that I'm using. I'm using a post-op conversation, level 70, not maxed also. Tracers here, I did invest quite a lot in her healing stats, have most of them open too. I'm running a 2-piece broken heal and just some passerby of Wanderer's Cloud just to get a bit more healing going on her. So as you can see, I have the 30% required to give the additional 10% crit damage. Since it's on a Zealer team, I get a lot of crit damage, for example from Bronya, from Natasha as well on the side. Other than that, I have my Fire MC using day 1 of my new life just for team-wide damage reduction. Tracers, as you can see, I have it very lowly leveled. I haven't even unlocked this and it's very super low investment Fire MC. Here are the stats that I'm using: a 4-piece Guard of Withering Snow, not even having a 2-piece here, and my Eidolons is like only Eidolon 2, so very low. For Natasha, I have her at E6. I think I forgot to click on this page as well. So, but definitely not free to play friendly like I mentioned in the start of the video. Those are my two supports. My Bronya here, I'm using actually a 2-piece Broken Heal and 2-piece Messenger of Traversing Hackerspace. Some of you might notice that I have her quite fast, 147. It's okay, I guess, middle game Bronya, but mainly focusing on speed. And here, of course, Zealer is slightly slower than Bronya. I actually forgot to change Planetary Rendezvous. She was supposed to be usually used on the Blade team, but I just wanted to switch it around and see how it works. I wouldn't usually run this. I'll probably run Dance, but I forgot to change it for the video. I just recorded it without thinking too much about my light cones. That's why I have a Planetary Rendezvous, so some additional potential of improvement of speed here as well. So that's for my first team supports. My main DPS is Zealer. I have her, of course, very well built, and as all of you know that follow the channel, I have her at E6, but it actually doesn't really do too much additional damage from this. It's not like significantly higher. I would say like maybe 20-30% higher, because as you can see, it's a lot of sustained speed and just some crit rate increase, which as you can see here, I already have quite a bit of crit rate, so I don't really utilize the Eidolons as much. I think a lot of you might be able to achieve it together with if you have like better crit damage luck in your substats and stuff like that. For relics, I'm running a 2-piece Inert Salsoto, 4-piece Genius of Brilliant Stars, and I'm using her signature at Super Musician 1. For Bronya, I think I forgot to share, Eidolon 0 here. So that is for my first half. The set was break even, just directly 20 out of 20. Same for the second set as well. I think one way I could improve it is improving on my stats as well as changing this light cone here to dance. I think that will increase the timing a little bit and maybe leveling up their tracers a bit more. There's a lot of potential to make the runs even faster and make that guaranteed run even better. So that is for my first team. My second half team is a team of Blade. And the support I'm running in this half, let me just remember, it's a Blade and Luota combo in the second half, as well as the units I'm running is March 7 as well as Yanqing, who are my two other units in this set. So let me talk about March 7 first, since she's probably the weirdest in this comp. I do have Japad on this team, but I decided to run March 7 for the reason that she can cleanse for Kafka's debuff that dominates units as well. So I'm running here Landau's Choice, which basically draws more aggro to her, letting her be the one getting dominated more often than not. For Tracers here, I have her decently invested, and Relics, I'm running a Battle Box, basically a defensive sustain set for her. I have her at E6, so she does offer some healing too, with decent amounts of speed, 131, so she does get that cleanse, that ultimate uptime, freezing the enemies a little bit more as well, so that is my March 7 build too. As for Yanqing, I'm using the free-to-play cruising the Stellar Sea here at Super in position 5. I have him at 71 out of 80. These are the Tracers level, not like super well invested but decent as well. And the Relics, I'm just using a 4-piece ice set, which is okay. I have him at E0. And now let's talk about Blade as well as Lota. So I have Blade at E0, and he's really the main DPS of this team. Like, I guess pseudo main DPS, because Yanqing also does quite a bit of damage on his own in this team composition. I'm using the Unreachable Sight. For those of you who don't have this and you want to know the difference between a Secret Vow as well as Unreachable Sight, I already did a video on the channel. You can check it out if you are interested in like more comparisons videos. I highly recommend you check that out if you wanted to pull on this one. So that is for my Blade. For the light cone he's using. For Tracers here, I have at like 5, 7, 7, 8, not even unlocked the final 2. And Relics here, I have the new set, Longevous Disciple of 15. I don't even have a 2-piece set here, so there's tons of improvement still, nowhere near perfect by any means. So as you can see, there's a lot of like inefficiencies here and there that a lot of people that don't have maybe signature light cones will definitely still be able to exploit, especially if you have focused more like farming specific characters. Because as you can see, I spread out my resources very broadly to do more build guides of all characters here on the channel, do a lot of comparison team comp videos for you guys. That is why like my characters individually are not as perfect as even some free-to-play players might be as well. So that's one important thing to note in terms of like perspective. Other than that, my last character on this list is Lota. He's using this Time Waits for No One. This is a standard 5-star light cone. I find it pretty useful. For Tracers, this is the level of investment of him. Nowhere near perfect either, like not really well invested, but he's more used for sustain. The Relics, I'm running a Sprightly Von Whack, and as well as 2-piece Imaginary Damage, 2-piece Musketeer of Wild Wheat for the attack bonus as well. Eidolons, I do have him at E1, but this attack 20% doesn't really benefit Blade too much in this team composition. It's more of benefiting, for example, Yanqing as the main beneficiary of that 20% attack. So that's enough talking. I think that I showed you a bit of my stats, my account. How much have I spent to get to this point? I think I've total spent about 6,000, 7,000 Sing dollars, which is more or less like 4,000 to 5,000 US dollars for the account and to reach this stage. I don't think anyone needs to spend that kind of money to reach the account state that I'm in. For those of you who wanted to know, I'm currently like maybe 30% through 68 as of time of recording, but I think that a lot of you can get by with much lesser resources in terms of like money, dollar spent if you build less units and double down on your best characters as well. So now go ahead into the video. You can see how the characters work together and why this team actually works pretty well to address the content that is available. If you guys want like specific help on Memory of Chaos, in terms of like the Memory of Chaos, how to tackle it if you are not like a total whale or total endgame player, I have guides on the channel already on the Memory of Chaos like 6 to 10, teaching you what's the strategy and stuff like that. Check that video out if you are interested. Otherwise, if you are struggling and none of these makes any sense, I have account reviews that I also did for some people that are free-to-play players who are struggling in the game because of some inefficiencies. You might want to listen to the full podcast of it's like an hour long where I go through individually with the person and we discuss what can be improved for the account. But anyway, I'll now jump in with the video of the full demo and you guys can check it out.
Will of preservation.
We need a strategy.
Show your courage. Troublesome. Lend me your strength. To guard and defend. Crush them. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Man, forward. Lend me your strength. Who's next? Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Lend me your strength. Doesn't fall. Now. Just a little something. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Lend me your strength. To guard and defend. Crush them. Nap time. Lance forward! Who's next? Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Lend me your strength. That's better. Who's next? I'm okay. Doesn't fall. Lend me your strength. To guard and defend. Crush them. Who's next? Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Just a little something. Lend me your strength. Nap time. Sagacious discernment. Lend me your strength. Who's next? Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Lend me your strength. To guard and defend. Crush them. Lance forward! Lend me your strength. Just a little something. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Lend me your strength. Who's next? That's better. Remember this moment. Sagacious discernment. Lend me your strength. Who's next? Just a little something. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. To guard and defend. Crush them. Nap time. Lance forward! Who's next? Lend me your strength. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. That's better. Remember this moment. Who's next? Lend me your strength. Lend me your strength. To guard and defend. Crush them. Who's next? Nap time.
Let's wait and see.
Shift the balance. Let's go say hi. Freeze!
Repay. The fight is set.
Strike apart!
Nothing major. The dead return!
Watch this awesome move!
Failed to set you.
Try that again!
Merciful madness. Savor it for me.
Here! Blade and flight! Swords descend! You can't run!
A miracle.
Try that again! Phew! Watch this awesome move!
The dead return!
Strike apart! You can't run!
Failed to set you.
Try that again!
Your end approaches. Savor it for me.
Blade and flight!
Nothing major. Sacred of the saint.
Try that again!
The dead return!
Strike apart! Here! Watch this awesome move!
Failed to set you.
Blade and flight! Swords descend!
Immortality means forever.
You can't run!
Merciful madness.
Ready? Try that again! Strike apart! See you later.
The rager. Bloom. Repay. The dead return! Well timed.
Not so fast. Annoying!
Savor it for me. Failed to set. The fight is set.
Blade and flight! Zoning out. You're annoying! I can help. Oops.
Failed to set. Receive divinity.
Ready? How does that feel?
Failed to set. Savor it for me. Bloom. The dead return! Sacred of the saint.
Strike apart! Swords descend! Something for everybody.
Failed to set.
Not so fast.
Merciful madness.
Zoning out.
Too little.
I can help.
Failed to set.
Watch your feet.
Savor it for me.
Watch this awesome move! Bladed flush! You can't run!
Another time.
Try that again!
The dead return! Your end approaches. Receive divinity. Repay. Failed to send you.
Ready?
Too little.
You can't run!
How does that feel? See you later.
Watch this awesome move! Strike with heart!
Something for everybody. Not too fast.
Here!
Bloom.